Oh, my father didn't fight in the wars. He was a navigator on a spice freighter.
That's what your uncle told you. He didn't hold with your father's ideals, thought he should have stayed here, not gotten involved.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
I wish I'd known him.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And a cunning warrior. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself. And he was a good friend. Which reminds me, I have something here for you.
What is it?
Your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon, but a more civilized age. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic. Before the Dark Times. Before the Empire.
How did my father die?
Hello everybody, welcome to Lower Your Expectations and welcome back to this very messy intro. And today we're going to be talking about, as I'm sure you saw in the amazing intro that I just edited, we're going to be talking about our trip to Galaxy's Edge. At the edge of the galaxy. It's all the way out there. The edge of the galaxy.
We didn't even plan that. We just both thought of it at the same time.
Totally not planned at all. We're so good at this. Of course, they're going to believe you. They trust you, Elijah. You're a trusted figure on the internet. You can't just spout misinformation.
So, we got to Orlando. We went to Universal first. I'm not going to engage in that conversation that Micah tried to bring up.
What conversation?
I'm not an influencer, and I don't misinform people. Get it right. Okay, so we went to Universal. We were like, that's really cool. Now we're going to go to Star Wars.
Not on the same day.
Not on the same day.
The next day.
The next day.
It was the next day.
And we were like, hey, let's go to Star Wars. Guys, like, okay. So then we went to Star Wars.
Well, first we had to get into Disney.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened when we tried to get in?
We had to wait.
So, we thought we would be able to get there an hour early, because that's what we did for Universal. And we were like, hey, we might be able to get in an hour early. Turns out, no. We had to wait in line with all of those other stinky people, and we had to try and... Yeah, with all the plebeians who aren't rich like us. And and we had to be just as unspecial as the rest of them, and it hurt my feelings.
Yeah. We had to wait for an hour in line. There were these lovely people.
They were actually really nice that talked to us.
Very nice people. But we were still in like the front of the line.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
If we had gotten there later, we would have been way in the back of the line.
We would have been, yeah. So, we'll spare you the details of that. Oh, there was cool music.
There was like jazzy versions of like Disney songs. We heard like at Alaska Super Light and Bare Necessities.
Bare Necessities, and I heard.
And there was like, was it Monsters Inc?
Yes, that's the first one I heard. That sets off like the involuntary response in my brain.
So then I had a map. Once we got into Disney, I had a map, and I had led us to
Victory.
Galaxy's Edge.
So we went to Galaxy's Edge. It wasn't far. I mean,
It wasn't super far.
we were at Hollywood Studios. That was the place that we got access to. So we got in there, and like Galaxy's Edge is the main attraction there, of course.
Yeah.
So we just went there, and so what was the first thing we wanted to do?
We wanted to ride the Millennium Falcon.
Of course we did. The Millennium Falcon's so
Not
cool.
really. We kind of wanted lightsabers. But
Oh yeah, well
we
went
also
to.
wanted to ride the Millennium Falcon.
So first, what we should have prefaced this with was the Millennium. So Savi's workshop, right? Because of Corona, they have the people that can be in there at the same time. So all these reservations were full months before we went there.
Yes.
So our guide who set this whole thing up for us was like, "Hey, you want to like
Check in during the day.
you need to check in during the day at the very first, at the beginning of the day, and see if they have any spots open for you to reserve." There were none, and so we were like, "Okay, we'll check back later in the day," like she said. We'll check out. We basically checked after everything we did.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, well, since the lines are getting a little bit long right now, let's go ahead and do the Millennium Falcon.
Jump the gun.
Yep. So we did the Millennium Falcon. It was great. That ride is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you were left and right, and I was up and down.
Yes,
right?
the first time we went. How did that go?
No, it was
How
fun.
did it go?
It didn't go too well.
I caused us to crash into a lot of things. And there was one point where I was supposed to hit the brakes.
But well, not
and
really.
I didn't.
Well, not really. It was like brakes and a flash for a second, and then it was
No,
gone.
you have to be very prepared. So there's like, I really like how they did like the story with it too. Like they didn't just say like, "Hey guys, come to ride the Millennium Falcon if you want." They were like, there was a story with
it.
I was gonna like explain the story, but I don't know if we want to.
Well, it's sort of randomized, right? Because the second time we did it, there was different things that happened.
They were a little bit different, but like the main story.
So yeah, that was cool. I liked that.
It
was very fun. We came out of that like we were super like, yes, that was cool. Oh, and they have a life-size Millennium Falcon there.
Yes,
and you got to like walk under it, and it was amazing.
Yes, it's like there, like it's the Millennium Falcon. It's huge.
I love the best part. One of the best parts of Galaxy's Edge was just the atmosphere and the ambient cool things that were happening.
Like everybody, like all the people were dressed in like Star Wars like type clothes.
Everything moved and everything.
Yeah.
And if you looked at something long enough, something would happen.
Yeah.
Right? If you stayed in an area, there would be something cool that happened.
Like there was a water fountain
Yeah.
that we were like refilling our water, and like there's like this
This-
tank
this,
behind
like, this,
it.
like,
This little
creature
eye
came
came
out.
out. And we
And,
were
like,
like, hello.
The droids by the droid depot, they'll like beep at you and
Yeah.
stuff. Like all of that stuff they did a really good job.
They did.
So looking at the Millennium Falcon
And
was
even the bathrooms, like
I didn't
like,
really go
in
into the
the-
bathroom.
in the when we went to Universal, the bathrooms were
Myrtle
pretty
talked to me.
like there was Moaning Myrtle in there, but it was pretty like standard bathroom,
Yeah.
you know, because bathrooms aren't very
Were
different.
they space bathrooms?
But it wasn't like space bathroom, but it had like tubes like for the sink. It was like a circle of sinks. It has like tubes, like red and like blue tubes
Oh,
coming
that's
down from the
cool.
ceiling. And I was like, that's so cool. It was very, very cool.
Yeah, that was super fun. Like everything was interactive and everything. It felt like you were in the Star Wars. Except when Daisy Ridley, no, not Daisy Ridley, Rey came up there, and I was like, boo!
There was Chewbacca up there too. I kind of wanted to hug him.
I don't think they're allowed.
I know. I wanted to hug him anyway.
We'll have to go back.
Yeah.
So after we did the Millennium Falcon, what was the line? The line for the Millennium Falcon was cool.
It was not that long the first time.
It wasn't super long, but the thing they do, and I explained this in the last video. Go watch it if you haven't. You're being so naughty. So, the thing with the lines in these places is that they're not boring.
I feel like Mom told us that, like, when she was little and she went, you just kind of stood in line. Like, there was just, like, chained off areas and you stood in line.
And I bet in, like, the older Disney stuff, that's still, like, Space Mountain, if we wanted to do that, I bet we would have had to, like, wait in line, in, like, sun, and, like, do that. But in Galaxy's Edge, like, in the lines, except for Rise of the Resistance, but that's the exception, because the line, I get the feeling the line wasn't really supposed to be that long. But like, there was always something happening. Yeah. Like, the Millennium Falcon ride is called Smuggler's Run, right? And at the entrance, there's tons of things to look at. Like, I noticed something new every time we went.
And it kind of, like, zigzags, like, up, like, in a ramp.
Yeah.
To like, bring you up to where you're going.
Which is good because it kept everybody inside of the air conditioning.
Yeah, and it goes around, and
it goes around like
this,
an engine.
Like, and the engine, like, turns on, like, lights in the engine turn on sometimes. And, like sputter and
they had, like, voice actors saying stuff like, oh, like, that's not supposed to happen. And, the engine was, like, turning on.
Yeah, and it was moving and stuff. It was really cool. Because you kind of felt like you were a smuggler about to get on the run.
It was so fun.
And then at some point you go through, like, an airlock as well.
Yeah.
So you actually
the doors didn't actually close, but you did go through, like, an airlock to get to the Millennium Falcon. Yeah. Well, that's after. Remember the animatronic?
Hondo Ohnaka. He was done really well.
Yeah, it was that. The animatronics they had there, they were all, like, the same model, I think. Because there was, like, what was there? There was a Finn one in Rise of the Resistance. He was, like, talking to you. He was like, hey, guys, whatever, go that way.
There was like, a Kylo Ren one, too.
Yes. I think they're all the same model. Yeah. Because they all looked similar. But, like, and there was, like, a General Hux one.
There was.
I have a video of that whole thing, by the way. The whole, like, Rise of the Resistance thing. Yeah.
Wow.
I because we weren't, like, moving around a lot, so I just took out my phone and videoed it, like, right here.
Yeah.
But, like the Hondo bot, it was so funny because he was like, hi, everybody.
And he kind of did the thing with his arms that Hondo always does. He goes like, hello.
Yeah, he was so expressive, and it was really cool.
You can kind of tell it was an animatronic.
Well, like, one of his feet still, like, stayed in the same place the whole time.
Yeah, but it still felt really real. Like, if you, like, there's two ways that you can do Disney. You can either say that and be like, this isn't real, I don't care, like, that's not actually Hondo, this is bull crap, or something. Or you can just let yourself be in the experience. And you can just kind of, like, let go and be like, okay, Hondo, let's go on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, so he was like, oh, I'd never let any harm come to you. And so he was so fun. And, like, he was interacting with R4. There was an R4 unit there.
Yeah,
and he was talking
he was
to
like, R4, shush.
Yeah, it was amazing. We have a video of that, too. And it was so fun. And then we moved, and, like, there was stuff like that in Universal, too. Like, for the Hogwarts ride, there was a part where, like, the three main characters were like, hey, we gotta do this.
Hey, do you wanna like go on this adventure with us? Like, they actually did get like Harry and Hermione and Ron.
They didn't. Well, they did that for Rise of the Resistance, but I'll talk about it. You went on Rise of the Resistance, right? Hosanna did. What I remember.
Oh,
But
well, let's go in chronological order.
yeah. But like, and then
Okay.
you walked through the airlock to the Millennium Falcon, and it was like you were in the Millennium Falcon.
Like even the floor, it was purposefully not stable. Like there were parts where you could like step down on it and it would like
Yeah.
go down. I feel like, and the design was just so cool. And then at some point you actually go inside the Millennium Falcon.
You
know,
see
like
like the hollow chest table.
Yeah, with that table.
Like
and then,
all sorts of buttons and stuff.
And then like it's really cool because you're like there. Like you've
Yeah.
seen it in the movies.
It's-
Like you're there.
It's immersive.
It is.
It's really cool to have a 1-to-1 Millennium Falcon.
And they, yeah, and they also, so then, I think it was
Well, they
like
had green lights. They were white lights and blue lights.
Oh.
But and that kind of ruined
I
it.
feel like it
But
was clever the way that they did it because, like, we did watch that documentary on it because they were like, if you had the Millennium Falcon, everyone's going to want to go on the Millennium Falcon. You can't have somebody go in, they have like this 5-minute ride, and then them go out, and then somebody else goes in because
Yeah.
that's going to take forever.
It was
to
more
get to
10
the
minutes.
ride.
That ride was pretty long.
I know, but they have like a rotating thing. So,
Yeah,
like
it
you
like
go
rotates.
in, and then
There are, like,
it
8
moves
different
as
ones.
you're like in it, and it goes around. It was really clever how they did it,
Mhm.
and then it was cool because
And then getting out, you were like in a different space, and everything was all damaged. And
yeah,
you're
if
like,
you
oh,
did
no.
bad on the ride, then things were like sparking, and there was like fire.
Yeah.
Dad started a fire the second time we went. Like there was a fire over there by him.
I love it.
And
It's
it was
so
done
fun.
really well.
It was done so well. I loved it. So after that, we were like, "Oh, cool." That was, and then we kind of just walked around a little
We
bit.
did.
Right?
We went
We
and
saw like the
stuff.
stormtrooper, like the Imperial.
Yeah, we saw
So
the.
they're like different shops. It's not all in like one gift shop.
Yeah.
They're like different shops, and he's like, "Oh, there's the like Imperial recruitment shop, and it has all the banners and stuff."
And then there
Well-
was like a market as well.
Yeah. But while we were over at the Imperial place, some stormtroopers showed up.
They came out of the ship.
No.
Have you pledged your support to the First Order? Excellent. We expect that to continue.
Yeah, I think a pre-recorded voice line.
They like rolled up out of the ship, and then just started like interacting with the crowd.
They were like, "What are you doing on your data pad?" And this poor guy was like,
Like they were talking to they talked to the little kids and stuff.
"Yeah."
It was so fun. Like, but like I think it's because of Corona.
They were not to like walk around.
Well, I think usually they walk around,
Yeah.
and like with Kylo Ren, they kind of just like walk around,
Interact with people
interact
like
with
that.
people like that. But like, yeah, that was fun.
It was
like,
It was really cool to see them.
yeah, and I think they had like pre-recorded voice lines.
They might have.
But like, it was that was fun. Yeah, that was fun and immersive. There were only like 3 that came out, but it was fun. So there was like a little marketplace. We missed it, but like there was a person with like sabacc cards, and like you could have gone over there and played sabacc, or like there was like matching cards that like little kids could play.
Aww,
I saw a couple of little kids playing
that's
them.
fun.
Like they
You
had
can actually buy sabacc.
you can play you can buy sabacc cards. It's
They were
really
there.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what else?
Look at this.
Well, yeah, but I don't have a list for everything that we saw.
We got blue milk.
Well, that's later.
Yeah.
But we like there was a Toydarian toy maker, and like you could see there was a window, and there was like a Toydarian there.
Yes.
Like not like inside the window, but it was like a screen with a shadow.
Yeah.
And he was like making stuff, and every once in a while he would fly up and around and then go back.
Would.
That was fun. And like, oh, the creature shop. That's probably my favorite.
Shop is pretty cool.
With the baby loft cat.
Look at the little baby loft cat.
Mhm. and we'll just kind of move around a little bit every once in a while, and like you could buy a Silicious Crumb. We didn't.
Buy a what?
Silicious Crumb. You know, like the pet that Jabba had, and he would
Oh,
go,
that yes, that yeah.
yeah, you could buy one of those, and you could have him on your shoulder, and you could give like there was a person actually that had one of those, like an actor, that would walk around and interact with people.
Nice.
Like, and he had it on his shoulder, and I could see in his pocket he had like a little thing to control it. It was pretty cool that he like bent down and interacted with some kids, and I was like, oh, that's so fun.
That is fun.
Like, we walked around for a while. We went and we saw all the stuff. We saw like Docking Bay 7, and like Docking Bay 7 had this like huge, this like life-size spaceship on top of it.
It was like a.
And its engines would turn on every once in a while and go. And it was, and you could hear them. And you would look up and you just see like blue light coming out of the engines. And that's pretty cool. So next, because Dad wanted to do it, and I kind of wanted to see what it was. But like, we went out of Galaxy's Edge, and we went and did Star Tours.
We did.
We did Star Tours a couple other times. We did it twice. It was fun. I mean, it was a short line, and
it was pretty short.
And it was a fun little experience.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Star Tours was fun. It wasn't as fun as the other ones. It wasn't like as immersive, but it was still
immersive.
It was still cool.
It was still really cool. The first time it was like Kylo Ren and stuff, and I don't think you enjoyed that one as much as you did the one with like Darth Vader.
Yeah, the Darth Vader one was funny. I mean, not funnier, just more fun.
Yeah.
But like there was a randomized, like it was all randomized. Like there was a beginning, middle, and the end, and like everything was randomized. And like the line for that one was cool too. Like we were walking around and like C-3PO and R2-D2 were like kind of arguing with each other.
Yes, they were.
And like there were a couple of droids that would like that was cool to me, that they would like they were in the line, but they would like look at like
you?
No, not like at you. They wouldn't track you, but they would look at the line and they would say stuff like they were interacting.
They were like, hey, do you know what this is?
Yeah, that was.
They were really cute.
That was
too.
super fun. And then yeah, Star Tours was fun. It wasn't as fun as some of the other stuff, but it was
the
short and sweet.
Long, and it was very short
and then we exited through the gift shop.
We did. At some point, it started raining after we did our second Star Tours.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that later, but that was so fun.
We also we did Muppet Vision 3D.
Oh my god, that was fun.
That was fun.
Like the line for that was kind of fun. They made us watch a trailer for
Muppets
Muppets
I was like, we don't
I suggested if anybody wants to watch it, but
yeah, it's not like it's but the line wasn't.
It wasn't really a.
It was not a big line.
It wasn't really a line.
We went in there first, and then there was like this holding room.
Yeah, there was this room where like you would just sit around.
Yeah.
And then you would go into the theater. Yeah. And the theater was cool. Like there was stuff going on all around you, and then I was like, oh, we have the 3Difier, and then like the 3Difier was like behind you. It was really cool.
The story was cool. I kind of wish that there were like Muppets on stage, and like it had been.
Well, like there was like the big hairy dude, right?
Or like the screen had been like fitted to like make it look like the Muppets were actually on stage.
No, but like
I know
the story integrated.
The story did it well, but I kind of wish that it'd been like you were.
There was an animatronic Swedish chef behind it. Right?
Yes, I feel like there was.
There was.
He was like mm-hmm. And then there were like penguins like in the orchestra,
mm-hmm.
And then there is a big like guy in the suit that came out and like waved at us. And then there was the bunny and
Yes.
And then there was
Oh,
also the old guys.
The old guys, yeah, they were animatronics and they were up there and they moved and heckled the crowd.
They did.
It was fun. Like that was super fun. Just because Muppets is something pretty much everybody loves.
After we did Muppet Vision.
Well, after we did Muppet Vision, we decided the lines are gonna start slow down for Rise of the Resistance pretty soon. So we decided.
We did something before that.
We did? What was it?
We went to the Frozen sing-along.
That wasn't fun.
Oh. We went to the Frozen sing-along, and we sang along. Micah did not.
I have a video of you.
A party pooper like that.
I have a video of you and Hosanna singing, and like it was just like let it go, let it go. It was amazing. It was so fun.
There were actors on the stage, and like the story was like they were telling us the story,
and then they would sing a song.
And then they would like sing a song. I feel like it was clever how it was done. Now, like, okay, guys, we're gonna sing the song now. They actually
I think it was kind of clever.
It was kind of clever how they did it. Mike
but
was not happy.
It wasn't
Frozen.
too enjoyable. Well, just because you ruined it for me when you were littler. But like it was funny just seeing you. Like the guy up there was kind of funny, and it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. I'm glad we went.
But other than that,
and
then we decided to go to Rise of the Resistance. Hosanna and Mom.
Hosanna was feeling very overwhelmed at that point. I feel like so.
She and Mom
split up. So because Hosanna did not really want to wait in line for that long.
No, we had lunch and we watched the parade. Remember?
Oh yeah, we had lunch, and then there was like a parade. There was like Toy Story
Sully
characters
and like
Sully.
and like Toy Story characters, yeah, and what else? Mr. and Mrs. Incredible.
They were there as well. It was really cool.
That was fun.
It was just like a pop parade. Like we didn't even expect
they
it.
Probably
it just happened.
They probably walked around like all day.
Yeah, they probably did.
Did you know that Disney actors that are in these suits are allowed to throw up in their suits and they just keep it there all day?
So then
facts like those kind of ruin the magic, you know.
Okay.
But like, so then Elijah, I, and Dad decided we get blue milk and then we go on Rise of the Resistance. The blue milk was fun.
It tasted very typical, but
well, it tasted kind of exotic.
Yeah, it did. It tasted like pineapples and stuff.
It was fruity and cool, and it was a good drink to have as we went on. So we were walking around so the line for Rise of the Resistance. What was the total time?
It was like 2 hours. It was very long. We ended up just like giving up on like doing things, and we just like played on our phones.
Yeah.
Kind of. And it was really exhausting because we kind of just like stood there and we've been walking around all day. So there were several times where we kind of just like sat down.
Yeah. Well, we walked by the Muppets and we saw some cool like little Muppets things. And we went. We kind of get to soak in some more of the atmosphere of Galaxy's Edge, and then we went into these caves that seem to go on forever and repeat themselves.
Yes.
And
it was so long.
Yeah.
The line was really.
Yeah.
I think it was cool how they did it because they really tried to.
We wanted to do it later in the day, but we didn't. We ended up not. Yeah. I saw the line was much shorter though.
It was shorter later. But we we ended up getting on it.
Yeah, we did it. The Rise of Resistance was.
The story was not horrible.
The story wasn't good. It was more about.
I kind of liked it.
I did not like the characters or anything. It was kind of but like the experience was cool.
The experience was cool.
Spoilers, I guess. But like for Rise of Resistance, what you do is you get on this ship. No, you go through this little line thing, and then they're like, "Oh, this is your mission. You're gonna go over here."
No, what they're like is
you're going to be recruited to the Resistance. I don't know what we're resisting because we're the government of the Republic, or whatever.
No. It was like they found out like you had to get moved from the location because you were like Resistance like cadets or something.
No, I thought we were like new recruits.
I thought we were like new people. Like we weren't there for very long, but we were there and we knew the location of the secret base.
Oh.
And so we had to like be moved because they didn't want us to like them to find us.
Yeah. I don't know why they shared the secret base with people.
I don't know.
With people that have only been there like 5 minutes, but you know.
So what happened was we got on Ray was like, "Hey, don't fail me," and we were like, "Okay."
I don't care.
So then we got on the ship with like, what's his name? And like the Squiddy General guy.
That's not Admiral Akbar.
Well, he looks like Squiddy General guy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Come on, guys, we're gonna go." And then we're like, "And then we're like, "Oh no,
we're caught in the
tractor beam." And it was kind of cool because you were like standing up, and in most things they kind of sit you down and make you like in a seatbelt. But it was kind of moving. It wasn't moving like super like a lot. It was moving just like a little bit.
Well, it was also cool because there was like a window in the front,
there was
right?
A screen in front
there was
of
a
you.
screen in front of you, but there was also screens beside you and behind you. And I think above you a little bit, but like that was cool, and it was also useful because like some people couldn't see the front.
Yeah.
So like that was cool, and like we're being captured by space Nazis or whatever. And then the doors open, and they're all like.
No, here's what happened. We went in one door. So I knew that at some point we would be leaving the shuttle, right? So I thought we would come in one door and come out the other door because that's just like that's how you would do it. We came in one door and we went out the exact same door. So it made it feel like we actually had changed places when we had gone on the shuttle, which is really cool. And the doors open.
By the First Order. It's so scary, yeah. All those stormtroopers were robots anyway. You could take them.
And like there was this giant screen with Star Destroyers going by and TIE fighters, and in the front of the screen were like
50
stormtroopers.
They must have been animatronics.
They
I
are
don't think
animatronics.
they could have had people like standing there the whole time.
They just stood there silently and then just kind of moved their heads a little bit.
But it was
the atmosphere in that.
The atmosphere was cool. They were like, "Yo, we will murder you."
But then they walked a single file, and then they were like, "Are you okay being split up into different groups?" And I'm like,
"Well, that was one person, but then the next person, she was in character.
Yeah,
because she was like splitting us up for like different colors so that we would be on the like right like things or whatever. So then there was like she was like, "Okay, you four are like green, you four are like orange or whatever." And she was like, and this other guy, he stood another of their color because he got confused. And she was like, "I only stated 2 colors you can stand on, green and orange. I did not say red." And we were like, "Okay."
It was so fun.
It was really good because she was in character. She might have just like had a bad day, but it didn't feel like she was like in character.
Disney employees aren't allowed to have bad days. But
so then we went in like They
A
were like,
holding tank?
we will be
No.
here to,
Oh, yeah.
to
Interrogate you.
That's what I said.
And then we got like rescued
And then
by
there
the
was like,
resistance.
and there was like a lightsaber through the thing, and like there's like a circle that cut out, and then they were like boom, and then they were like, "Hello, we are the resistance. We are here to rescue you." And he was like, "Music in the background." And we were like, "Yeah."
And then they took like 5 minutes getting us all into our
And then it was not that long. We all got
getting us all into our
wait,
things.
so we all
like,
got into like our things. They're like little shuttles, like piloted by this little droid.
Little
He was like,
droid.
"Wow!" And we like, so then we started like going around, and we were like trying to escape.
and then like stormtroopers were getting
they were
shot
like,
down.
"Hey!" And they're like, "Hey, you there? Stop!"
Oh, and there was a part where we went through and there were like giant AT-ATs. Remember that?
yes.
You like look up and there was like
Who picked these two droids anyway?
Oh, look, it's fish, guys. Guys, look, it's fish.
This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
I am on the bridge now.
I see no evidence. Now!
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
it was
We were
cool.
kind of being chased around by them because
Yeah.
we kind of went into like the
Well, we're supposed to go to the escape pods, right?
yeah. We kind of went. We went into the like the
Oh,
like,
we
what's
went
it called,
into the bridge
bridge?
for whatever.
And we
reason.
like accidentally went in the bridge or something. And we were like, and then Kylo Ren kind of like turned around.
And
we
like
were
there was like General Hux. They looked good.
they looked good. They looked hot. so then we
But,
like
like-
turned around and we were like, wow! And we like, went away. And then,
And then-
you can kind of tell like the next animatronic was like not Kylo Ren because he was just standing there.
And
He
he just
didn't
got
even
it
like
went
walk
like,
in.
like
And he kind of like used the force on us and was like, ooh. And then they were like, wow.
And then we went through like the place where like all the guns were. And
Yeah.
like the guns were firing beside us, and we were like going through.
Wow.
And then we went into the escape pod.
No, and then we like, yeah, we went into the escape pod. No, there was one point where we went in an elevator, right? And there was a lightsaber that came down.
Oh yeah,
And like
that
there
was
was an
cool.
actual lightsaber, and it was like,
it was cool.
It was cool. And then we went into the escape pods. We heard a loud click.
Okay, you're clear.
You want to know?
Yeah,
What
we
happened?
knew what happened next.
There was
We dropped.
No, we saw on the screen the other escape pod dropping, and then we were like, and we kind of dropped, and then we were like, oh,
We crash landed right back at the planet where we were. And we saw the dude, and he was like, "Hey guys, good job doing absolutely freaking nothing." And then we
we're like,
went,
hey, thanks, bud.
and then we went back to where we were, and we went out, and we were like, no, it just opened back up into the Galaxy Edge, right?
Yeah, I did.
And that was cool.
It was cool.
I mean, it was just,
It was a good
it was a
ride.
fun experience.
It was a
I
good
wish we could have done it twice.
I like the way that they did it.
Uh-huh.
Even if it wasn't like perfect in all places, I think it was a very cool concept the way that they did it. Like that you were trying to escape this ship.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was really cool. Like, and I'm not denying that all the stuff they did was really cool. So after that, we went to we had dinner.
We did.
Well, we kind of walked around for a little bit.
We did. We went and saw stuff.
We just saw stuff. Doc Undar's Den of Antiquities wasn't really open yet.
Yeah.
Like, you had to get in line for that, which was kind of dumb. But we didn't. We didn't do that. Because we were going to go eat dinner. So the dinner, we went and ate at Docking Bay 7.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of food, but it was still really
I feel like Universal really spoiled me on like theme park food because I was like, it was like a whole meal. It was like Thanksgiving, Christmas type meal. But then we went to Docking Bay 7. It was just like very underwhelming.
No, I don't think so.
It was a little bit underwhelming compared to what we had.
It seemed so. It probably took more. That's why there was less of it. Is probably it took more effort because all of it seemed exotic.
It was. They were trying to do Star Wars, which was good.
Oh, and there was like a meat place where you could buy meat, and like there was like a huge
there was
like a pod racer engine.
Yeah.
That was heating up the
meat.
yeah.
You could
that
tell
was
it was like plastic stuff.
But it was still,
But it was very good. It was very clever the way they did it. It was really
and there was like a droid that was like fanning the flames, and he would like complain every once in a while.
Good. I think that was actually meant to be a restaurant.
Yeah, there was
But
that
that
was a
was
restaurant.
close.
I wish we could have gotten like food there, like for lunch or something, and had like a chicken leg or something. But yeah, that was really like the atmosphere in this place was just like you couldn't see any of the rest of the parks. It was all
like the
self-contained.
buildings were tall enough that you couldn't see anything.
It was all self-contained. You felt like you were in it. It also felt, because it was Florida, that you were on like a desert planet.
Yes, we did. At one point, it did start raining, and we like got our ponchos out and wore our ponchos.
But it didn't last long.
It did not last
It was just, all of it was fun. Like, and then we ate dinner, and we were like, "Yo, that was pretty cool."
Yeah.
Well, what did you? I can't remember. I got like the Ewok. Did you get the Ewok?
No, I got like some kind of exotic Star Wars chicken.
Oh yeah, me too. Like bantha meat or whatever.
Something.
And that, I mean, it was all really good. Like the flavors in that were really exotic and stuff. It was good food. I enjoyed eating it there. The atmosphere in there was really good. Like
there was Star Wars music in the background. I like Star Wars theme music, but like Star Wars type music.
like cantina music. And there was like a booth made out of an escape pod.
Yes, there was. There were several booths.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Oh, it's so cool. So cool.
And kind of made it feel like a makeshift kind of desert.
Yeah.
Because they kind of repurposed a whole lot of things and stuff.
So, at this point, we had been checking back on. At this point, it was kind of late. No. And then after dinner, Dad and us, we went on a smuggler's run. Because it was so fun.
It was really good.
Didn't we go on it 3 times?
Probably twice. Did you and Regina pilot it once together?
No, I was a gunner and then I wasn't pilot twice. I was a gunner and an engineer.
I remember being a driver.
Yeah. Well, that was super fun. Like, I mean, just doing it again was fun. The line was a bit longer.
It was a bit longer.
It was fun.
But it was not.
What else? So, when we came out of there, that's why I wanted to do that first. When we came out of there, it was nighttime. Like, the sun set.
It was.
And everything looked so cool.
It did look really
Like, the Millennium Falcon's engines looked like they were warm, and they were like, it was like blue coming out of them. And like the spires in the background were they like lit up.
I like the
That was so cool. So we kept checking back on Savi's workshop. So basically, what we did is we just kind of wandered around for a while.
We did.
Dad and Mom just sat down because they were tired.
We went to like see if there was anything we missed or like
Yeah.
anything we needed to go see again.
So we did that, and then we kept checking back on Savi's. We went to Doc Undar's first.
Yeah.
And Doc Undar's was cool.
That's cool.
Like, they had a whole bunch of stuff in there.
I got to hold Darth.
So, what you can do is you can just walk up to the counter and ask to hold one of the lightsabers.
And they're like character.
They're heavy, and they're character lightsabers. They're not like the custom ones you can get from Savi's. They're like character ones. So they have like Count Dooku's and Darth Maul's.
I held Count Dooku's
We
lightsaber.
held Count Dooku's lightsaber.
Yeah.
It was heavier than I
It
thought
was
it
really
would be.
heavy, and that made it feel kind of real because we had like these plastic lightsabers when we were little. We were like,
Yeah.
like that too, and they were really light because they were kind of hollow. But that one, it felt like it was made of metal.
Yeah, and like there was a unique mechanism to turn on each lightsaber.
Yeah.
And like, so for Count Dooku, there's a little hidden thing that would go, and it sounded so cool. It was all curved and stuff, and you were holding it. It's amazing.
Really cool. And then Jose, you could like buy kyber crystals there.
Yes.
I kind of wanted a kyber crystal.
Well, we weren't sure if
Sorry.
we weren't
No.
sure if we could get lightsabers.
Crystals.
I wish I had bought a holocron.
Those holocrons are cool.
So
So we
next, we kept checking back, and eventually, so the person said if you wait here, there might be some spots. They usually open up around, I don't know, 10. So we waited. Dad got mad at me.
I got
You-
tired.
You
I
guys
wanted to go home.
wanted to leave, but finally, at 9:45, there were the perfect amount of spots open for all of us.
For 3 of us to go.
Yeah. It was perfect.
It's perfect.
Part of it might have been that we asked God.
We did
please,
pray a lot. We were
please,
like,
please.
some lightsabers.
So then we went in there. It was cool.
It was-
The guy seemed tired. The actor
He
seemed
was
tired.
still a little tired,
But
he
he
was
still did a great
He did an
job.
amazing job. It was kind of, he was projecting really well, especially with his mask. It kind of would have been more immersive if he didn't have a mask on.
Yeah, but.
But
yeah,
he kind of had to. That's what, like with all of them.
So we did our lightsabers, and that was a fun experience.
Yeah.
The actor didn't seem too tired, but the people who helped us seemed tired.
They seem really
So like, they had to so we had to choose our kits,
Yeah.
and we had to do all of it.
It was so personalized.
Uh-huh.
You could
And
choose.
So, and then once we were done, we had to put our lightsabers in this little thing. No, they did it for us.
They
but,
did it for us.
But
But
yeah, man, did they not give a frick about the lightsaber once we were done? They're like, get it in there! It was so funny. And I was like, my lightsaber.
I just felt that.
So they put it in there, and then the things opened up, and you turn it on our lightsaber. It's like, whoa!
Oh, it's a lightsaber.
And we got to choose our kyber crystals, and the kyber crystals changed the color
Yeah.
based on. So you guys want to see our lightsabers? I mean, it doesn't matter. We
They
can't
cost
hear
a
you.
lot of money because
Yeah.
we're filthy rich and
We're
we have
filthy
money. Ready? I guess. Okay. I'm spoiling you.
Mine was power and control. It was kind of Imperial thing.
Mine was protection and
Defense.
defense. Yeah,
Protection
what's the
and defense.
difference? But it's very gold and silver, and it looks very cool.
And mine is power and control. And they all had these kind of things. Oh, really? Yours had a different one? That's cool. But like, if we had gotten a belt clip for them, you could have hung them by those.
Oh.
Like there are belt clips. And like, so like, there's an actual Kyber crystal in here.
There is. We picked the Kyber crystal.
That's not what I meant to do. But there's an actual Kyber crystal in here, and you can switch it, and it changes the color.
It's fun. It's fun. You don't want to take it off. It's fun.
Yeah. So like the blade comes separately and everything, so you can take it off and like hang it here and walk around with it.
They're very heavy too.
Oh yeah, this is metal.
It is metal.
Probably not a very expensive metal, but still it's metal. And it's got weight to it. I understand why Obi-Wan held it like this, because it's very weighty. Like, yeah. So next time when we go, I want to get like Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber or something like that. But like this looks kind of blue on the recording. It's purple actually.
Mine is green. Well, then I got red. This was just edgy.
Well, and also we all wanted to have different ones.
We wanted to have different colors. I would have wanted purple personally, but it's just. I feel like the green went better with what I had.
Yeah, that's true. The red probably would have went better with mine, but
I like the purple one.
like yeah, that was our trip to Disney.
We didn't do very much other than
Star Wars. I mean, we didn't do any of the classic stuff.
We did Muppets.
I
think that's it.
I hope we'll do more of like the classic stuff if we go again. Because I want to do like the Small World ride and Space Mountain and stuff like that.
Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I kinda wanna go.
Oh yeah, no, like that was the Twilight Zone. It was in Hollywood Studios. Dad asked me if you wanted to
I was like,
do it.
yeah, let's do it. And he was like, okay.
Well, it was more like if we had time. Because the first priority then was Star Wars. But like, I want to go inside of Cinderella's castle and stuff like that. Like stuff like that. I want to do that.
Yes, you like the classic Disney.
So that was our trip. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah.
Go there if you can. I mean, like if you can't, that's fine. It's not like it changed our lives or anything. But it was really fun. So convince your parents to do it and spend a lot of money in corporate land. And yeah, we'll see you later.